Hey CSP, I'm Noah Boudreau, and I'm in the Director of Parish Music Program.
Hi, my name is Beth White, and I'm a Christian ministry student with a music minor here at Concordia, seeking certification as a Director of Christian Education.
My name is Ryan Barnett.
Hey CSP, my name is Liz Reynolds and I am a senior at Concordia. I'm an elementary education major.
Hi, I'm Sam White. I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Journal Studies with a focus on education and history and a minor in Lutheran theology.
My name is Elizabeth and I am a Christian ministry major in the Director of Christian Education and Outreach program.
My name is Becca Tudewall and I'm a graduating senior this year. I'm a double major in music education and church music.
Hi everyone, my name is Alyssa.
Hi, my name is Katie Moynihan and I am a math and chemistry major at Concordia.
Hi everyone, it's Kaylin Fuller. I majored in Christian Ministries with a minor in Writing and Communications.
I'm Natasha Bennett. I am a double major in Biology and Chemistry.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm in the DCE program.
There's too many to count.
The iconic walks to the Midway Target. I did a lot of those during snowstorms and blizzards, and those are some pretty great stories.
When we hosted a outreach service conference called Beautiful Feet that all the Concordias do together, and I got to know some of my fellow classmates and worship leaders a lot better through that, and also just get to lead hundreds of Concordia students from across the nation in worship as we learned more about how to spread the gospel in our own shoes.
Some of my favorite memories happened in the cab office, or the cabin senate office, which is in the tunnel, and just made some really awesome friends that way that I never would have expected.
When I got the chance to go to Israel on a 2-week trip led by Dr. Schuler and Dr. Cushman, getting to visit Jerusalem and do things like swim in the Dead Sea was just amazing and definitely helped me to grow my faith.
Spending my Thursday nights at 9 p.m. in the underground for FCA, something I look forward to every week. It was always my highlight.
The best part of my time at CSP was the encouragement and support that I received from PT and Shelley. If you see a hole, they'll help you learn how to fill it.
My freshman year in New Testament class, Dr. Schuler decided to have class outside, and he told us that we could bring something to sit on if we wanted to. So a few friends and I decided to carry my couch from my room in Luther across the knoll to class.
When Elizabeth Parrish and I decided to bring a couch to class.
Watching Dr. Schuler's face as we carried this couch across the knoll was absolutely priceless.
In High School Musical sing-alongs in my dorm room and picnicking in the knoll, driving home from Vespers with my friends. We had McDonald's and blasting All-American Rejects.
Favorite CSP memory is the hard times. Hard times made me who I am.
One of my favorite memories at Concordia, even though it was very unfortunate circumstances, was actually last April after one of my teammates had passed away. The whole CSP community really came together at our lacrosse game that was 2 days after her passing. It was just one of the most amazing experiences I'll never forget, that even in the midst of tragedy, we are one big family at Concordia.
My faith has grown so much throughout my years at Concordia. Being able to attend chapel every day and pray in the classroom and sit with friends and study the Word together. All of these things have grown my heart and my knowledge of who God is. Throughout my years here, God has constantly been teaching me that He is faithful.
Friends that wanted to grow in the faith like I did. Great way of just growing together and individually.
My faith in Jesus has grown so much at CSP because it's become a part of my daily life.
The Solus Christus program that I'm a part of, and through weekly Bible studies that I would have with my cross-country teammates.
908, Peer Ministry, Cornerstone.
The fact that I was surrounded by such a diverse campus and by so many people that were different from me, and it was awesome just because I got to learn from those people, and it just showed that God calls us to love everybody, especially those who are different from us, and you can learn different things from people who are different from you, and that's something that I really found special and appreciated that CSP gave me that chance to have. Along with the Solus Christus program, and having some honest conversation there, and those people was a big part of my faith being strengthened at Concordia.
Like the ability to have these people, to have a Bible study with them, with people on my team, be a peer minister, being able to go to 908. I also had the really great opportunity of being able to go to Beautiful Feet this fall, and that was amazing.
God used my time at Concordia to grow my knowledge of who He is and show me how to live in service to His kids.
My mind was focused on a billion things when I started, and I kind of lost my faith and started to waver. However, being around so many Spirit-led people who continued to check up on me and love up on me, and who continued to have real conversations with me about how I was doing, it helped grow my faith more than I can ever describe.
Through friends and faculty and staff in my classes. Just my classes are huge, learning more about who Jesus is, what the Bible says.
Our professors here have been so supportive and also just care so much about the gospel being shared well. And I'm just so thankful for the time that I've had to learn here and grow here in my faith.
Talking to people, having like deep theological discussions, or just things that, conversations that we just don't get about theology, or just like, I don't get this kind of a thing.
People holding me accountable to show up to chapel and to show up to Propel and 908, and just worshiping together as a community, reading scripture together and praying for one another, my faith grew a ton.
It was in Psalm 30 that joy comes in the morning. And just in the midst of these hard times, it's really been hard. Like, how do you find joy? I can't really leave my house other than maybe to go get some groceries. But right now we're really in that weeping, kind of trying to get through all this situation, but there's a greater joy coming.
Psalm 34, it says, "Come taste and see that the Lord is good," and it is showing me who God is and how He's taking care of me, and how even though I am sad about not being on campus and sad about not finishing out this senior year, He is comforting me and He's bringing me peace, and He is right beside me and He's showing me the way.
Psalm 61 reads, "Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer from the end of the earth. I call to you and my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge and a strong tower against my enemy. Let me dwell in your tent forever. Let me take refuge under the shelter of your wings."
Book of Ephesians, my team has been doing a virtual Bible study, and we've been reading through Ephesians, and it's been pretty great and really encouraging, just remembering that we have unity and that God's love is never ending, and it is so big and it's so great.
Philippians 4:6-7.
Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble.
The words of Psalm 18 have been encouraging through this season. In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From His temple He heard my voice, and my cry to Him reached His ears.
Whatever you have going on, let it be known to Him, and He's there for you, and He's always going to be there for you.
Romans 8, chapter 8, but specifically verse 28, and that says, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him and who have been called according to His purpose."
But Jeremiah 29:11 and 12, just because I keep seeing that.
Matthew 28, verse 20, "And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." Right now things are a bit chaotic, but I hold on to the fact that knowing that Jesus is right there alongside with us through all of this.
I just really encourage you to find those accountability partners. I call them accountability buddies. And yeah, just show up together, worship together, pray together. You will see your faith grow.
Whether it be going to church together, going to chapel, the morning chapels, the evening chapels, or attending like different Bible studies or devotions, or just simply praying, or just, hanging about, showing God's love. Like, that all really helped so much, because not only does it, you get, not only you grow in your faith, but you also get some long-lasting friends.
Put yourself out there, go try new things, go to events. Some of my fondest memories have been on service trips and clubs and various events happening in the dorm and on campus.
College is an adjustment period. It's hard for everybody. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. I know that I definitely did. But just know that, there's grace even when you make those mistakes. And I would really encourage you to lean into those close to you. There are so many people at CSP who love you and want to see you succeed.
Keep going. It's gonna be hard at times, but you're gonna be so proud and so excited when you get to the end of everything. Enjoy every second of college because it flies by. And don't take anything for granted. Go to all those different activities, go hang out with your friends, things like that. But also make sure you're doing your schoolwork because that's really important. That's the whole reason why you're at college.
Dive into what you're passionate about. Really get into it. Never think that it's I have to do homework instead. No, really get into it. Yes, homework is important, obviously, and pass your classes. But beyond that, really discover what you're passionate about because that's what's going to lead you forward.
Enjoy college. Attend all of the events. Support your friends. And go to chapel.
Don't be held back by fear. Audition for that part. Reach out to that person that you're kind of scared of talking to. No matter what it is, just don't be afraid.
Be intentional with every single person you meet. Be kind to them. Show them that you love them, that you care for them.
You learn so much about yourself, and you don't need to have yourself figured out even by the end of college because you'll constantly be learning. And the last thing is don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's with schoolwork or just yourself in general, because we all go through hard times. And
enjoy the little things, soak up the community around you. CSP is such a gift, and these years are such a gift, so cherish them.
Professor Isaacson, he's such a great mentor.
My coaches, the ministry people, my team, things like that. Even my professors in the science department and other classes, they've just been really amazing, super encouraging.
I'd like to thank my mom, Dr. Lump. He's now retired, but I am his biggest fan. Mrs. Dr. Schuler, Mama Shu, or whatever you want to call her. She's helped me a lot. I've only had her for a couple classes, but she's always been somebody who's been there to answer questions for me after class, going to her office. Just been very kind, very intentional.
To Dr. Cushman, you have really just shown me the way throughout college. You have been an incredible mentor. You have always had faith in me and always shown me that my vocation is truly something that I should pursue.
People in the music department, PT and Shelley, but mainly my 908 team. We combined our initials, so we were Team Burn Kern, and they were the greatest team I could have ever asked for.
The Solus Christus Fellows, so everyone else who is a part of that program with me, as well as Dr. Cushman, who leads it, and then also all of my cross-country teammates. They're like sisters to me, as well as our coaches, Coach Breitbarth, Buns, Peeps, and Coach Johnson. They've all just been really incredible in setting a good leadership example and have really impacted my time at Concordia.
Dr. Michelle Piquel, she's been such an awesome faculty member and teaching a lot of my classes. Her passion for students in higher ed and for students in early childhood education is just very apparent, and how to live out God's vocation for you that way has been super inspiring for me.
I am incredibly proud of how I've seen the men of Cornerstone, specifically Nick and Tom, Gage and Jeffrey, Josiah and Kyle, grow to chase after God and go on his great adventure.
Kimberly Newton has been such an awesome person to help me getting involved on campus.
To Liz and Beth, we've made it. We're almost done.
Rob Krieger for everything that he's done. Also the rest of the math department, Rachel and Sarah. And then lastly, thank you to Shelley and PT. You two are just so passionate about making those connections with students and are always so positive. And I really can't say enough to that because that is so important and that really has made a big impact on me.
I'm so thankful for my ministry and theology professors, for Pastor Tom and Shelley. They truly care for each of us and are so ready to guide us and help us grow. I've been so blessed by each of them. and I couldn't have done this without them.
So, thanks CSP. It's been real.
So thank you so much, CSP.